Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Jedi Starfighter with Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Star Wars Mission Fleet line. Now originally I admit I wasn't going to pick this up because there's really nothing new in this set. It's the same Jedi Starfighter that came with Anakin in Wave 1, and it's the exact same Obi-Wan figure that came with that speeder bike set in Wave 1, so there's nothing new in this box. And for that reason, originally I was going to pass. But then it got to the point where this was literally the only thing from Wave 2 that I didn't have, and so the completionist in me just kind of won out, and I decided to grab it. So we'll take a look at everything in here, and I'll do some comparisons to show you that there's really nothing new in here. But the artwork on the front of the box looks good. Pretty typical packaging here for Mission Fleet. You can see Obi-Wan in a little window down there. If we take a look at the top, you can see the other two vehicles that are in this assortment. So previously I have reviewed this, and then this is just the exact same X-Wing from the first wave, just repacked in. So nothing really exciting going on the bottom there. Over here it just shows you it's from the Clone Wars. And then over here it just kind of shows you how you can open up the canopy. You have the firing missile, and then everything is in real size, or actual size I should say, on the back here. Which is kind of neat. I think that's kind of a fun little feature. And I can actually show this off because here is Anakin's Starfighter. And you can see that it really does fit perfectly. So they're not joking when they say actual size right there. But let's go ahead, let's get everything out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. Here's everything you get in the box. We'll start with the Obi-Wan Kenobi figure. And don't get me wrong, he looks great. It's a really nice little figure. It's just exactly the same as the one you may already have. But here is the head sculpt. Really sharp. I like that a lot. Head's on a ball joint, so you have a nice range of motion there. You can tilt side to side. You can rotate side to side. You can tilt up and down. You have shoulders with a hinge and a rotation. Then you have a rotation in the wrist, and then you have individual legs that can bend 90 degrees. I guess they can bend a little bit to the back, but that looks a little unnatural. I guess if he's getting ready to kick something, maybe he plays soccer. I don't know. Here is the lightsaber that he comes with. It is Episode 1 lightsaber for Obi-Wan, but still looks pretty good. And then real quick, here is a comparison with the one that came in the speeder bike set from Wave 1, so it is exactly the same. I was hoping they could have at least maybe given him like more red tinge to his hair or something, just to make it subtly different. But no, it's just the exact same figure. But I had a friend do some kit bashing, and he just kind of popped the head off since it is on a ball joint, and then he put on like different heads, and he took the cape from Mandalorian, since you probably have 2 of those by now as well if you've been collecting different releases, and even just to give Mando's cape to Obi-Wan, I think looks really sharp. I like that look a lot. So what he did was he popped the head off, put a different head on he got from a Lego set or something like that, something that kind of looks like it works. And then you give him the cape. And I think the Jedi with the cape looks really good. I think that's a cool look. So I like it. It's a little difficult to take off once you put it on, so I'm just going to leave it on for now. In any case, I think that's pretty cool. We're going to put him off to the side. Next, we will take a look at the little spring-loaded rocket launcher, and this one is exactly the same as Anakin's with the exception of the firing button. You can see the yellow one goes with Anakin's Starfighter, and then the maroon one goes with Obi-Wan's, but otherwise exactly the same. The missile's the same, the launcher, the tripod, it's all exactly the same. So you can of course move this around the way it pegs in. I don't know that it's necessarily meant to move around, but you can do it. And of course you can take this off of the tripod. And I have to admit, it really does peg snugly into the tripod, so getting it out sometimes is a bit of a pain. But putting that off to the side, does have a peg right there, and you have several connection points all over the Starfighter, so you can go ahead and peg that in wherever you like. As I fire the missile off unintentionally. Maybe not put it there because it's, gonna hit the droid, but that's kind of the little gimmick for this line. There's these little ports all over the vehicles, and every vehicle comes with one of these missile launchers, so if you wanted to load up one vehicle with a ton of them, you certainly could. You can see there's 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top. I mean, I get why kids would like it. For me, it's not really that exciting. It's just your typical spring-loaded missile gimmick, but it's fine. Nothing wrong with it. And it's not like it's built in. You can take it off if you don't like the aesthetic, so it's not hurting anything. So let's take a look at the ship itself now. It's definitely a nice repaint. I mean, they did a very nice job. This is the color scheme for Obi-Wan's Starfighter, and you can, of course, pop open the wings like so. They have this little notch here, so you can kind of get your finger in there to pop them out, and that is on the bottom as well. So there you go. There is the Starfighter, and of course he has a little droid. Looks just like R2, but obviously painted differently. And then this canopy section opens up so you can pop him inside. So if we take Obi-Wan and just kind of sit him in here, easy enough. Pop that closed, and there you go. And then again, to bring in Anakin's Starfighter for comparison, they're the exact same mold, obviously just painted differently. Since Anakin's was yellow and Obi-Wan's was maroon. And of course, Anakin's has R2-D2. But you can really see how it is kind of just the same mold, just painted differently. But I guess the astromech droids do look very similar, so will they kind of sit? There you go. So there are the two Starfighters together. Oh, I was hoping he would stay up. Come on. Maybe for a minute. No? Kinda. So they look good together. If you want the set, you know, definitely pick up both of these, but they are literally just the same toy, slightly painted differently. Just so you know that going in, you won't be disappointed as long as you know what to expect. And there is some detailing here on the inside, and I know it's very difficult to see because there's no angle where it's very visible, but there is detailing on the inside of the wing. Let's see if I can zoom in. So that looks really nice. I like that a lot. And you can fold these up. So it's a good Starfighter. Like I said, if you enjoyed the Anakin one, you'll enjoy this because it's exactly the same thing. And if for some reason you didn't buy that speeder bike with Obi-Wan, then I would say 100% go ahead and pick this up. Because you definitely want at least one Obi-Wan figure. And it is nice having the two Starfighters together. It is cool. You know, you can recreate the opening scene from Episode 3. It is neat to have both of them together. They both look really good. It's a decent set. I mean, it's absolutely just pieces we've already had. So if you've been collecting the line so far, there's nothing new in this box. But if you just want to have both Jedi Starfighters, I say absolutely go ahead and pick this up. I just wish they would have done something a little different with the Obi-Wan figure. Whether they gave him a different lightsaber or gave him like a different shade of, you know, reddish hair or something, just to make it somewhat different, somewhat improve upon the figure that they gave us the first time around. I don't know, just to make it a little bit more worth picking this release up. The Jedi Starfighter itself looks great. It's a repaint of the original. The color scheme makes sense. It's definitely Obi-Wan Starfighter. The astromech looks good. The little, you know, spring-loaded gimmick here is exactly the same as Anakin's, but again, this is for kids. I don't really care that much about this. I just appreciate that this isn't like a giant cannon built into the Starfighter. It's completely detachable, so if you don't want to mess with it at all, you don't have to. If you want to load up like the Millennium Falcon or something with 100 spring-loaded missile launchers, go nuts. Like I like how the option is there, but it's not built into the molds, making them look foolish or anything like that. So I really like this line. I think it's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend picking this one up, especially if you didn't pick up the other like speeder bike with Obi-Wan and you don't have an Obi-Wan figure yet, then I say this is 100% worth picking up. If you're like me and you've already picked up everything else in this line, and so this is all just kind of duplicate stuff, I don't know, maybe wait for a sale or something like that. It's really just going to be your mileage is going to vary kind of a situation because it's how much this Starfighter is important to you. If you need to have both versions, you know, you want Obi-Wan and Anakin's Starfighter so you can recreate the scene from Episode 3, I get it. Go for it. Pick this up. If you have the first one, you'll know exactly what to expect. You won't be disappointed. It's still a good toy. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it's 100% a repaint, and the figure included is 100% exactly the same as the one you probably already have. So that just bums me out a little bit, but it's still a good toy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this release. It's just, you know, an easy repaint for Hasbro to kind of slam dunk and get some more product on the shelf, which I get. I mean, from a business standpoint, it makes total sense. I completely understand why they repaint molds to get their money's worth out of it. I am surprised, honestly, we haven't seen a ton of different X-Wing repaints. They just completely re-released Luke's X-Wing instead of doing Biggs or Wedge or even Poe Dameron, just repaint that. I mean, I'm sure we're going to see more X-Wings down the line. That's just a slam dunk to me, so I'm sure we'll be seeing repaints of that in the future. Like I said before, I'm loving this line. I'm hoping some more comes out soon. It's been quiet for a minute since Wave 2 happened, but I know we've been seeing some teases online of different things and character packs and things like that, so I don't think the line is dead. I think far from it. I think it's just a matter of, things slowing down production and getting them out actually onto shelves. So hopefully that starts up again soon, because I am definitely looking forward to more of this line. I've been having a blast with it so far. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.